Yes, today first concept is very important concept, overriding. Overriding. What do you mean by overriding? If at all a function existing in parent class, if at all a function existing in parent class, then that function, if we write in child class, then that concept is overriding. If at all a function existing in parent class, then that function if we write in child class, then that concept is called overriding. That parent class function should be there in child class. Whatever you wrote in parent class, that function should be there in child class. Then only we can say that concept is called overriding. If at all a function existing in parent class, then that function if we write in child class, then that concept is called overriding. Okay. Whenever you are taking, first time if you take, that is parent class, and second time if you are taking any class, that is called child class. First time class name is parent class, second time class name is child class. Okay. That parent class function should be there in child class. In child class we can write extra functions also. So compulsory parent class function should be there in child class. That parent class function should be there in child class. In child class we can write extra functions also, but that parent class function should be there in child class. If at all a function existing in parent class, then that function if we write in child class, then that concept is called overriding. Okay, right, we will discuss overriding concept now. Go to Eclipse. Very important concept. Parent class function should be there in child class. In child class we can write extra functions also, but that parent class function should be there in child class. All right, right. I'm going to SRC. I'm taking new project once again. New project I'm taking. Take new project. Java project. Click on next. I'm giving project name is. Click on finish. Right. After creating project, we can get SRC and JRE. Right click on SRC. Take the new class. And taking class name is model 1. So first I am taking, so this is called parent class. I'm taking only one class, model 1. I'm not keeping any main method, so I'm not keeping any mark. Directly I'm taking only one class. So here I am writing, observe carefully, public void call. I'm writing call function, SYSO control space model 1 call, model 1 call. I'm writing here three functions. Here I'm writing call function, reject function, message function, WhatsApp. Here I am writing four functions. Call function, I am taking one class, model one class. In this I am writing four functions: call function, reject function, message function, WhatsApp function. Model one reject, model one message, model one WhatsApp. I am writing four functions. This is the parent class. Okay, right. Save it. Save it. And now I am going to SRC. Once again I am taking new class. Class name is model 2 class. Click on finish. Here also I am taking only one class. Come to model 2 and here also I am writing same call, reject, message, WhatsApp. If you want extra you can write it. If you want extra we can write it. Here I am writing another function, public void YouTube. Model 2 YouTube. Model 2 WhatsApp. Model 2 message. Model 2 reject. Model 2 call. So that model 1 function should be there in model 2 class. Yes, we are maintaining the all the functions. In model 2 we have extra functions also. We can write extra functions. That parent class function should be there in child class. Yes, we have that all parent class functions. Okay, save it. Now go to SRC, take the new class. Class name is I am writing over. Keep the mark public static void menu. Click on finish. Now I want to call the functions from model 1. How we can call? Already we discussed. I want to call the, why? Because all are non-static. All are non-static. I want to call the functions from model 1 class. How we can call the functions from model 1 class? Yesterday also reflection API already I told you. How we can call? I want to call this call function. How we can call? From this over. We need to create the object. How to create the object? Class name model 1. Model 1 M1 equal to new model 1. Right. Next M1 dot call we can get M1 dot message we can get M1 dot reject we can get M1 dot WhatsApp we can get. Right. Next I want to call the functions from model 2. Model 2 M2 equal to new model 2. M2 dot call, M2 dot message, M2 dot reject, M2 dot WhatsApp, M2 dot YouTube. We can get the all the functions from model 2. Okay, this is the concept overriding. If at all a function existing in parent class, then that function if we write in child class, then that concept is called overriding. That parent class function should be there in child class. That parent class function should be there in child class. In child class we can write extra functions also, but that parent class function should be there in child class. Okay, right, that concept is called overriding. Overriding concept is finished. Next concept to just connective concept, to connected concept only, interface. Next concept to interface. What is interface? Interface is something interface is something created between two somethings. Interface is something created between two somethings, just like it is a connector. I have two somethings, in between I am keeping one something. This is called interface. Interface is something created between two somethings. For example, so iPhone people, so these iPhone people, they want to maintain in each and every iPhone having number of functions, like thousands of functions. Functions means features. In each and every iPhone having nearly thousands of features. So they want that iPhone people finally decided they want to maintain all some features in all the models. They want to maintain some features in all the models. If it is old model or new model, any model, they want to maintain some common functions. That's the reason they are keeping in one interface. They are keeping in an interface. They want to maintain common functions in each and every model. That's the reason they are keeping all the functions. That common function they are keeping in interface. What are the common functions they want to maintain in each and every model? One is call, reject, and message, and WhatsApp. They want to maintain these common functions. These features are functions. These features are functions in each and every model. That's the reason they are keeping in an interface. So if at all any function missing, automatically it will show error. Why? Because they are keeping in an interface. If they want to introduce any model into market, first of all they will install interface first of all. If they want any extra feature, they can add it. But each and every model should contain these functions or features. So that's the reason they are keeping an interface. Okay, for example, each and every model they are keeping 1,000 functions in interface. That 1,000 functions each and every model are having or not, how we know? So it is very difficult. If you want to check compulsory, it is very difficult. That's the reason. So they are keeping an interface. Just within seconds that model having all the features or not, we can use this concept, we can find out. Okay, using this concept, all the models are having this interface functions or not. So simple, we will use one word. Using that one word, we can find out all the features are available or not in the particular model. In the if you take any model, just only we will use one word, and we can check all the models are having these features or not, these interface functions or not. So we can check it. How we can check, we will discuss now. If at all any interface function missing, automatically it will show error message. So first of all I am creating one interface. How to create an interface? First of all I am creating one interface. Go to src, take the new. In the place of class we are writing interface, we are taking interface. So instead of class we are taking interface. Right click on src, take the new interface. Interface name, for example, I am taking iPhone. Click on finish. Right, interface functions I am writing. Public void call. Interface functions don't have any function body. Okay, class functions having function body, interface functions not having function body. Okay, this is the main difference between class and interface. Public void reject. Public void message. Public void WhatsApp. Okay, right. Call reject message WhatsApp. Okay, I'm taking interface function, 4 functions I'm taking. So each and every, for example, I'm going to model 1. I want to check all the model, all the features having this model or not. So just we will write here implements, implements iPhone. So it will check model 1. Yes, call, reject, message, WhatsApp highlighted. Observe carefully here. So all the function is having. So that's the reason it is not showing any error. For example, I'm deleting this call function. So then go, it will show error. Showing error or not? Yes. So if it is 4 functions, we can check manually. If it is 1000 functions, if you want to check, it will take more time, right? So here we are using only small word implements. We are using here only small words implements. Using this one, Control Z. Yes. So if it is call function, if you write it will not show any error. So this model 1 having all the functions. Okay, checked. Come to model 2. Model 2 having these interface functions or not. If you want to check, then here also we will write implements. Implements iPhone. iPhone having all the functions. Huh? Implements iPhone. Whenever I am writing iPhone, model 2 save implements. Okay, model 2 having all the function. If at all any missing, oh, the word save. Implements iPhone. If it is call function deleted, so it is showing error. Okay, it is showing error. Why it is showing error? There is no call function. There is no call function. Control Z. Control Z. So if it is, if you write call function, there is, it is not showing any error. So here we are using, yes, this model 2 also having all the functions. Model 2 having all the function. That's the reason it is not showing any error. Okay, now come to here. Here we will learn. Now already we discussed only end from Java first class onwards. We are learning only one thing: class name, reference name equal new class name. So now I want to introduce interface also. So what is the syntax? I will write here: interface name, reference name equal to new class name. Interface name, reference name equal to new class name. Interface iPhone I equal to new model 1. I want to keep the connection between interface and class. Wait 1 second. Interface name, reference name equal to new class name. In the place of class name, I am taking model 1. I dot call we can get. I dot message we can get. I dot reject we can get. I dot WhatsApp we can get. Next I want to connect between model 2 and interface. Then iPhone uses different reference name i2. iPhone i2 equal to iPhone i2 equal to new model 2. Here we can get i2 dot call, i2 dot message, i2 dot reject, I2 dot WhatsApp. And we can't get YouTube. Why? We can't get YouTube. There is no, yes, if I write YouTube, there is no YouTube. Why YouTube option is not coming? Why it is not coming? Why it is not coming? Oh, no, no, no. Why it is not showing YouTube? YouTube is not in interface. In the interface, we don't have any YouTube option. But whenever we are class to class, we can get the YouTube. But here we are connecting between interface and class. So there is no interface function. That is not interface function. So we are calling from which reference? Interface reference. We are calling from which interface reference. So interface functions only we can get. Whenever we are calling from the class reference, go M2 is a class reference. M2 using class reference we can get the all class functions. But here using interface reference. So using interface reference we can get only interface functions only. Okay. Entire Selenium we will work with go. This is a single line. Only this line purpose we discussed this Java concepts. Otherwise no. Interface name reference name equal to new class name. Only for this line. Okay. Day after tomorrow I will ask you. Sorry, tomorrow only. Tomorrow we can enter into Selenium. Tomorrow I will ask you what is the concept. What is the one single line learned from Java. Yesterday tomorrow I will ask you what line we learned from Java. What line we learned from Java? That is the only one line purpose we are learning Java. Tomorrow onwards, only Java logic you can we can use only Java logic, but not Java. Tomorrow onwards, we can use Java logic, not Java, and only this line, interface name, reference name equals new class name. Interface name, reference name equals new class name. Okay, control J. Interface name, reference name equals new class name. That is the concept to overriding and interface. That is the concept to overriding and interface concept. Right. Next, last concept in Java, arrays. Already small arrays. Arrays. Array is nothing but it is a special type of variable which can hold the multiple values. If you want to store the multiple values, we will use arrays concept. If you want to add anything to array, this is array for example. If you want to add anything to array, if you want to get anything from array, we will use index concept. Array index start with 0. Array index start with 0. Array index start with 0. So array syntax. Array syntax. Data type. Already we discussed data type, array name, data type, array name equal to new data type, size of array. Size of array. Data type into a equal to new data type, new int size 5. Okay, this is single dimensional array. If you want multi-dimensional array, int a equal to new int 4 rows, 2 columns, 3 columns, like we can write. So this is multi-dimensional. This is rows. This is columns. Next, object array. Object array is used for store the multi-data type. Object array. Object array is used for store the multi-data types. If you want to store the multi-data types, we will use object array. So how to declare object array? Object a equal to new object. We can store the multi data types. So here I am writing size is 4. So a of 0, array index start with 0, a of 0 equal to, we can store the string data type Akhil. A of 1 equal to a single character. If you want to store the single character, we will use, and if you want to store the any other, a of 2 equal to 10. This is integer value. A of 3 equal to 0.00 0.04. So this is decimal value. So we can store the string, character, integer, decimal value. So if you want to store the multi data types, we will use object array. Object array is used for store the multi data types. If it is single dimensional array or multi dimensional array or object array, each and every time we are mentioning the size of array. Each and every time we are mentioning the size of array. Each and every time we are mentioning the size of array. If it is single dimensional array, if it is multi dimensional array, if it is object array, we are mentioning the size of array. We are mentioning the size of array. So next concept is dynamically growing arrays. Next concept is dynamically growing arrays. Next concept is dynamically growing arrays. Dynamically growing arrays. Dynamically growing arrays. Dynamically growing arrays means no need to mention the size. Automatically it can raise the size. Okay. Whenever declaring the array, no need to mention the size of array. No need to mention the size of array. If you add anything, it will raise the size. If you add anything, it will raise the size. If you add anything, it will raise the size. So there is no limitations. There is no limitations. Automatically it will grow the size. It will increase the size. That's why we can say dynamically growing arrays. In Java, we have three dynamically growing arrays. One is array list. One is array list. Second one hash set. Hash set. Third one hash table. These are the three dynamically growing arrays. No need to mention the size of array. Automatically it can raise the size. Automatically it can raise the size. That's the reason we are calling dynamically growing arrays. Dynamically growing arrays means no need to mention the size of array. Automatically it can raise the size. If you add anything, it will raise the size. If you add anything, it will raise the size. No need to mention the size of array. That's why we can say dynamically growing arrays. So array list, hash set and hash table, both are all are dynamically growing arrays. Why we are saying dynamically growing arrays? No need to mention the size. If you add anything, it will raise the size. If you add anything, it can raise the size. That's the reason we are calling dynamically growing arrays. Dynamically growing arrays, right? So we will discuss about array list, hash set and a hash table now. First, what are the main differences between array list and hash set and hash table? We will discuss. Array list, hash set, hash table. What are the main differences between array list and hash set and hash table? Array list, a comma l should be cap. A comma l should be cap. Should be caps. H comma s should be cap. H comma s should be cap. Only. It should be cap. Right. We can say list. We can say set. We can say hash table only. Only for strings. Only for strings. Only for strings. If we want to add anything to array list, we will use add method. If you want to add anything to array list, we will use add method. If you want to add anything to hash table, we will use put method. If you want to get anything from array list, we will use get method. Here we will use iterator method. Hash table we will use get method. It will count duplicates. It will not count duplicates. It will count only unique values. Only uniques. Only unique values. Only unique values. This is single dimension array. This is also single dimension array. This is also, this is multi-dimensional. Multi-dimensional. Back. Multi-dimensional array this is. That means we have two things. One is multi-dimensional array means here we have two brackets. One is key, other one is value. One is key, other one is value. Using key, we can get the value. Using value, we can't get the key. We can get null value. These are the main differences between array list, hash set, and hash table. Array list A, L should be cap. Hash set H, A should be caps. And hash table only A should be cap. Array list we can say list, hash set we can say set, hash table compulsory we need to say hash table only. Array list and hash set to hash table all are for only for strings. If you want to add anything to array list, we will use add method, hash set add method, hash table put method. If you want to get anything from array list, we will use get method. So hash set we will use iterator. If it is hash table, we will use get. And array list we will count duplicate values also. And hash set only we can count unique values. And hash table also only we can count only unique values. Array list is single dimension array. Hash set also single dimension array. Hash table is a multi-dimension array. That means there are two things. One is key, other one is value. Using key we can get the value. Using value we can't get the key. We can get null values. Right. We will discuss all these points. First array list. First array list. You need to tell the answers. Go to SRC, take the new class. Class name is array. Keep the mark public static void main, click on finish. Control V. Array list only for strings. Array list string A equal to new array list string. So reference name is A. Array list reference name is A. Array list java.util. A dot add. If you want to add anything to array list, we will use add method. A dot add Akhil, Swapna, Sindhu, Harita. Akhil, Swapna, Sindhu, Harita. System.out.println A of get 2. What is the answer? What is the answer? Array index start with 0. So answer is Sindhu. This is 0. Sapna is 1. Sindhu is 2. Array index start with 0. That's the reason. Okay, answer is Sindhu. What is the size? No, no. 8. It will count duplicate values also. If you want to add anything to, we will use add method. If you want to get anything from array list, we will use get method. It will count duplicate values also. Save, click on run. Yeah, Sindhu 8. If you want to get the all the values from this array list, so each and every time control V. So if you want all the values 0, we need to write, and 1. No. So if you have 100 values 100 times, we need to write the printer statements. It is very difficult. That's the reason instead of this system.out.println, we will use if condition. We will use if condition. So if you have 100 values 100 times, we need to write system.out.println, system.out.println, we need to write. So instead of that writing the 100 statements, we will use one line if condition. Sorry, we will write for loop. For int I equal 0, I less than, I don't know size. For example, if you know size 8, directly you can write 8. Otherwise, if you don't know size, then we can write a dot size. We can write a dot size also. Where exactly we will use for loop? Already I told you how many fixed number of times that loop should be execute. If you know that figure or number, then only we can use for loop. If you know the figure, then you can enter. So if you know the size, you can give 8 directly. If you don't know the size, just a dot size. A means array list. Madam, are you getting this point? So where exactly we will use for loop? How many fixed number of times that loop should be executed? If you know that figure or number, then only we can use for loop. For example, if you know the figure or number, then you can size. If you know the size, then you can give. Otherwise, a dot size we can write. Save, click on run. Sir, Srinivas garu, any doubts, sir? Oh, great. Right, Yaitu, Akhilu, Sapna, Sindhu, Harita. Akhilu, Sapna, Sindhu, Harita. Right. That is, the array list is finished. Next, has set. It will count only unique values. Now tell me size of the asset. What is the size of asset? We can say set also. What is the size? Count start with 1, sir. Index start with 0. Five answer. A1, A2, A3, A4. Size is 5, sir. A1, A2, A3, A4. It will not count duplicate values. So answer is 5. If you want to get all the 5 values, then we can use iterator method. Which method? Iterator. Iterator string itr equal to l dot iterator, and for int I equal 0, I less than l dot size. If you know the size, we can write the size. Otherwise, we can write iterator only for strings. String itr equal to l dot iterator. For int I equal 0, I less than l dot size. Size I am giving I plus plus. So If you know the size 5, directly you can give 5 also ikkada. Here we can give 5, directly we can give 5. If you don't know size, then we can write L dot size. Save, click on run. A1, A2, A3, A4. Okay na sir? Iterator. ITR is string, iterator ITR string, that reference name is ITR, or any one you can give. So ITR iterator, L dot iterator. L means this is the asset reference, and here I am writing for loop. For int I equal 0, I less than 5, I plus plus system dot out dot printer ITR dot next. So it will ITR dot next is used for, it will focus on the next value, right? Next, last, bye bye Tata Java. Last concept, last one, hash table. Hash table. Hash table string comma string equal to new hash table string comma string. If we want to add anything to, we will use put method. Okay, what is the size? 7. 7 sir. It will also count unique values only, not duplicate values. Now only size also 7a. And first one is key, second one is value. I am giving Harita. For example, I am giving Akhil. What is the answer? We are giving key, we can get the value. Akhil is the key sir. First one is key, second one is value. Using key we can get the value, right? Yeah, what is the answer? No sir, size is over, size is 7 finished. Next, system dot out dot println, you have get Akhil. Akhil is a key. Using key we can get the value. Yes, Hyderabad is the value. And I am giving USA. Value I am giving USA here. What is the answer? No. We can get the null value. Using key we can get the value. Using value we can't get key. We can get null value. Already I told you. Right. Save. Click on run. 7 Hyderabad nullu. That is the concept Java. Today we discussed overriding and interface and as well as arrays concept. Just to practice it, and tomorrow we can enter into Selenium. Tomorrow onwards we can discuss Selenium. And what we learn from Java? Mm. Mm. Which one we learn from Java? Interface name? Uh. Oh, uh. Interface name, reference name equal new class name. Interface name, reference name equal new class name. Okay? Right, sir. This is today class, and tomorrow also we have class at same time. Okay? Tomorrow we can enter into Selenium. Now, tell me your TeamViewer IDs and passwords. I will send you.